In a peaceful village surrounded by green fields and tall trees, lived a couple named Ramesh and Sita. They had been married for 10 years, and though they didn't have much money, their hearts were full of love and respect for each other. Ramesh was a carpenter, known for his honesty and skill. Every morning, he would go to work before sunrise and return home late in the evening, his hands rough and tired. Sita, on the other hand, managed their small home with love. She cooked simple but delicious meals, took care of their small garden, and always waited for Ramesh at the door with a smile. One day, things changed. Ramesh's workshop caught fire due to a spark from a nearby stove. All his tools were destroyed, tools he had collected over many years. Without them, he couldn't earn a living. For the first time, Ramesh came home with tears in his eyes. He sat quietly at the dinner table, his food untouched. Sita didn't ask questions. She simply placed her hand on his shoulder and said softly, "Everything will be fine. Have faith." That night, while Ramesh slept, Sita looked at the box where she kept her most precious possessions, her gold bangles, gifted by her late mother during her wedding. They were the only valuable things she had left. The next morning, without telling Ramesh, Sita went to the market and sold the bangles. With that money, she bought him a new set of tools, hammers, saws, chisels, and nails, everything he needed to start again. When Ramesh came home that evening, he was shocked to see the tools neatly arranged on the table. He asked, "Where did you get these, Sita?" Sita smiled and said, "A wife's duty is to see her husband smile. Don't worry about the cost." Ramesh looked closely at her hands and noticed her bangles were gone. He realized what she had done. His eyes filled with tears. "Those were your mother's bangles. How could you part with them?" Sita replied gently, "Those bangles were beautiful, but your happiness is far more precious to me. They were just ornaments, but you are my life." Ramesh couldn't hold back his emotions. He held her close and said, "I was secretly saving money to buy you new bangles for your birthday next month. You always think of me before yourself." From that day on, Ramesh worked harder than ever. Within months, his business grew. One evening, he surprised Sita with a small box. Inside were new gold bangles, shining brighter than the old ones. But Sita didn't look at their price or beauty. What mattered most to her was the love and thought behind them. They both smiled, understanding that real wealth doesn't lie in gold or money, but in the love, trust, and silent sacrifices shared between two hearts.